clear to me the mission intended removing from political life persons he described as big fish. During that conversation, he said to me, and these are his words, "I expect to see EULEX judges convicting those accused by the mission." EULEX judges were, in his words, expected to play their part in ensuring the success of the mission. It became clear to me that success would be measured by the number of convictions. When I became president of EULEX judges, I could not understand why so little was being done to prosecute cases against defendants of Serbian ethnicity. Of course, the reality was that many Serbian defendants had fled across the border. But why was it not envisaged that these defendants would appear before an international court? For example, the Kosovo Specialist Chambers. Why was the EU not engaging with Belgrade to ensure that defendants of Serbian ethnicity were brought to justice? When I became president in 2014, I discovered that dozens of war crimes files had been handed over to prosecution authorities in Serbia. These were investigations into alleged atrocities committed by persons of Serbian ethnicity during the conflict. Those files contained not only details of alleged offenses and perpetrators, but included the personal data of Kosovo citizens who were the victims of these crimes. These were offenses committed in Kosovo against Kosovo citizens by persons of Serbian ethnicity, many of whom were themselves citizens of Kosovo. When I discussed this issue with senior EULEX management, it became clear they knew the Serbian authorities did not have the resources or indeed the will to investigate these crimes. Further, they knew that in reality, it was unlikely these cases would ever be investigated, regardless of what resources were available. As previously stated, Drenica was not the only case that the EU considered important as part of the Belgrade-Pristina dialogue. In 2013, I was appointed as the presiding judge in the case known as peshqve. And this was the war crime case for 10 defendants, including the prominent politician Fatmir Limaj. The first trial panel ended with a trial headed by another British judge, finding there was insufficient evidence against the accused. The vice president of EULEX judges wasted no time in expressing his unhappiness about the acquittals in peshqve and the fact that, in his words, member states expected convictions. Member states expected convictions. More than once, I was told by mission management that if we did not increase the number of convictions, member states would be unable to justify the huge expense and that we would all be out of a job.
It is obvious that the punishments were mainly political with degraded and falsified evidences, and we can see that the same evidence have been recycled in the Republic of Kosovo, particularly about political decisions in relation to the KLA. Often the same degraded evidence have been used in different court proceedings, and the specialized chambers are using the very same. It seems like EULEX was here to discipline our politicians and not to serve justice, but you left out anything on crimes against political figures, specifically people from my party, Democratic League of Kosovo, and supporters of the President Ibrahim Rugova, different figures whose murders are yet to be cleared in Kosovo. So were there political interference on these cases? What information do you have available? Who may have made these interferences?
But it also there needs to be challenges from Kosovo, from the government of Kosovo, as to how that court is operating. Because quite frankly, it is an ethnic court. That is what it is there. It's there to punish Albanians. It's there to punish former KLA commanders.